Yes, I'm going to be live. Actually, there is a like 20 seconds difference when I log in into Zoom and I click on live stream. Then it takes me 20 seconds to be visible on the live streaming. Okay, so from Zoom to live streaming, it takes 20 seconds. Okay, so that's what I learned through watching the videos, how this system works. So good to see you, Deepak. I hope you are feeling better now with your vaccination. So let's see how many of you are going to be present and participating. Actually, I was today kind of like debating if I can go online live or I can record my lessons because I was not feeling good today. But then I was like, okay, let's do it maybe a short period of time. I might not gonna do the session for 1 hour. I don't know. It all depends on how I feel and your participation too. So let me share the lesson with you before we start the actual lesson, and then we will be practicing some of our skills, what we are already practicing. So I'm sorry, there are so many PowerPoints opened. So I hope you remember that we were working on our tenses, and the tenses we are practicing are present, progressive, right? And we're just gonna have a short practice and then we will start our reading. Okay, so where are you? We blank for you any longer. So you can make this sentence, you can add the missing information. And if you can look at this sentence at the end, in these parentheses, I have a verb, wait. So you will be using this, but you have to decide what form of the verb you will be using, okay? The first form or the second form or the third form of the verb, right? So that's what you will be deciding. So let's see if any one of you can make the sentence. Hello, MD. So let's see, try this. Where are you? We blank for you any longer. So now you have to make sure that you understand each word, any longer. So if that phrase is at the end, think about it. What do you think? This sentence will be negative or affirmative? So any longer. We are waiting for you any longer. We are waiting for you any longer. Okay. I will say this sentence will be negative only. We are not waiting for you any longer. अब हम और इंतजार नहीं करेंगे, right? Yes, this will be a negative sentence. We are not waiting for you any longer, right? Any longer means और इंतजार नहीं करेंगे, right? Are not waiting for you any longer. Yes. So, but if that last phrase is not there, instead of any longer, if we have now at the end, then it can be affirmative, right? We are waiting for you now, right? Or we are waiting for you from so long, right? Like that. Okay, so this one any longer will go with negative form, right? So we are not waiting for you any longer. Okay, where are you? Okay, just forget about the first question. Let's make the negative with the second part. If you can just ignore the first, where are you? And what do you think? How we can change this one? We are, okay, I'm gonna change this any longer. So now make a question with this. Make a question and make the present progressive question. Let's try it. Yes. So let's try it. Come on, I know there are more viewers than the ones those there participating. I will encourage you to participate. And then I will invite you in my Zoom class if you are interested to participate and practice your speaking skills. So, and at the same time, if you are my new subscriber, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so you can get all the notification. And if you like the lesson, please give me thumbs up. Okay. And also, I encourage you to comment whenever you watch a video. Try to comment. Okay. We are waiting for you. Question, MD, how you can make it change this into a question? Hello, Nadeem. Yes. So change it into question. So are we waiting for you? Or you can, let's see, just play with this. Are we waiting for you? Are you waiting for us? Like that, right? So you can change, or you can see, that's what I always say, play with the language, right? जैसे हिंदी में कहते हैं कि जैसे गेम्स खेलते हो आप, उसी तरह लैंग्वेज के साथ भी सीखो कि उसको डिफरेंट तरह से आप उसको कैसे चेंज कर सकते हो. वो सेम वर्ड्स हैं, कुछ और ऐड कर लो. तो जस्ट ये, are we waiting for you? Yes. So are we waiting for you? Or are you waiting for us? You can add another word. Are we waiting? Yes. Okay. Yes. Or are we waiting? Are we waiting to participate in the live Zoom class? Like to get in the class for discussion, right? Are we waiting? Or we are waiting. Yes, you can make it. Or we are waiting, right? I'm not going to wait for my friend any longer to give me help anymore. Yes, yes, right. I am not going to wait for my friend any longer. Yes, excellent. Okay, yes, so see, now let's go to the next one and let's try one more. Okay, have. So this one is also sometime have, has, very confusing for students sometimes. Where to use has, where to use had, where to use have. So let's try this one. My parents' dinner right now. Hello, Sunburn. Good to see you. Come on, participate. I can see many viewers. And again, if you like the lesson, please like, give me thumbs up. Have, okay, my parents have dinner right now. Progressive, okay. Yes, we are not waiting for you. Yeah, negative, yes. Okay, my parents, and then have, so progressive, my parents are having dinner right now. Yes, my parents are having dinner right now. Okay. Are having dinner, yes. Or So are my parents having dinner right now? Yes, okay. Or my parents are not having dinner right now, right? Or my, yes, so this one is in a progressive. But what about if we want to change this into a past tense? In past tense. My parents, are my parents having dinner right now? Yes. Yes, excellent. Okay, yes. So how many of you are ready to join? My parents was having dinner when? When? Do you think you're going to use the last right now? Harun Ali, R के साथ had नहीं लगता. R is a present form. Had is a past. So you are not using R had. Okay. Okay, my parents were having dinner then. Then when? You have to specify that, not then. You can say, then, then, no, you're not gonna say then. My parents were having dinner an hour ago, maybe, or 10 minutes ago. You can say that, but not then. Okay, my parents had dinner just right now. Okay, or you can say my parents had finished their dinner just now. They just finished the dinner. My parents had dinner right now. Had right now means right now, Nadeem. Not so when you are saying right now, you are not using had. Simple. Right now means at this moment. So if you are using had, that will be past, not at this moment. Okay, so you have to say something already happened if you are using had, right? Yes, my parents were having dinner while we were playing Ludo. Yes, yes, that's excellent. Yes, that's good. Yeah, my parents were having dinner yesterday. Last night, because dinner is in the evening, right? Uh, so you can say last night or last evening or okay. Yesterday is fine, but it's more specific if you will be using yesterday, like you can say last evening or last night is fine. Yes. Okay. Yes, are having. Yes, are having is fine, but not are had. Are had. Don't use that together, please. Good. Excellent. Okay. So now let's move on to, that was a good practice. I mean, think about, you can make so many sentences. Yes, I was having dinner yesterday at this time. Excellent sentence. Yes. So having dinner yesterday at this time. Yes. So that means you are telling the present moment, but that present moment is not today. That present moment was yesterday, right? At the same time. Excellent. Had dinner. Okay, my parents had dinner. My parents had dinner. Okay. My parents having food while driving. Okay. my parents were okay. My parents having food while driving. Can we use had, have? How? Use it and then use it in a sentence, Nadeem. Then I will tell you. I don't know. Had, have. No. You have it something or you had something. You had something or you have something or you are having something. Like that. You're not going to use had, have. Okay. Okay. So I was practicing reasoning 15 minutes before the class, right? Before this class, Deepak? Okay, so I was practicing reasoning 15 minutes before this class. My parents are having food now. Yes, yes, my parents are having food now. Yes, my parents are having, you can even specify what they are having, what they are eating and having, and yes. Okay. So, excellent practice. Now let's move on to the other one. So I am going to share this picture, another slide with you. So let's see. Okay, so I'm going to share another one. So let's use this picture and write few sentences and then we will read about it. It's a very interesting, teeny tiny story, a short story, in other words, you can say. Okay, so let's write few sentences about this picture. Prashant, I have been having dinner since 7 p.m. Wow. So you spend so much time, you chew your food, you spend so much time chewing your food properly. So you mix up, while you chew, you mix up all the juices in your mouth. So you enjoy all the flavors of the food, right? Prashant Patel. So if you started your dinner at 7 p.m. and now I think it's like 7:50 in India, if I'm not wrong. 7:50 at this time. So Prashant Patel, if you are spending about 50 minutes, that means you are really enjoying your dinner. You are eating so slow, you are chewing it properly, you are tasting the food in your mouth, right? Excellent. And that's good actually. You don't just gulp it, right? Or you just don't swallow it, right? So gulp means just jaldi khana, gulping. You're gulping. No, you're not gulping it. You're chewing it. Excellent. Okay. So my parents are looking smart in this dress. Okay, Harun, my parents, and then this dress. So this dress is a singular and parents are plural. Okay, so you have to justify, you have to think about if your parents, you can say my mom or my mother or my dad or my father. Okay, so you, if you are saying this, but otherwise you can say in their dresses or their in their or in their, I will say, you can say the, if your mom is wearing suit or your dad is wearing suit too, you know, the men's suit, you can say in their suits, right? Or in their attires also you can use that. Okay, mom and daughter are enjoying their holidays on the beach. Okay, okay, they are spending their time on a beach. Okay, both are friends and they are at the beach and enjoying their life. Okay, so, Seema and Rima enjoyed at the beach last evening. Excellent. These girls are having fun and laughing around the beach. Okay, both are smiling and really Smile is very important for everyone. Excellent. Yes, see you. So did you notice something? That the picture is same, but think about all these sentences. You all are expressing the language based on your vocabulary, your language knowledge, or maybe your personal experience, right? And some of you are even saying that it's important for life, it's important for everyone, right? Or you are, okay, so they are having quality time on the beach. Yes, quality time. This is Goa and I'm playing with my friends. Okay, I didn't see you, Harun. There are girls. Maybe you are on the back side, right? Gloomy picture. You are in that like a foggy picture. I cannot see you clearly over there, Mohammed. Why are you deleting your messages? Don't delete your don't delete your sentences. Okay. Okay, they are having, okay, the next one. Yes, Mega, I remember you. Yes, Mega, I remember you. Okay, wow, welcome back, Mega. So I remember you, you did your master's in English. I remember your degree also. I don't know what you're doing right now, but yes, excellent. Okay, so that's nice. So now let's do one more thing here. Can you describe these girls? Can you describe them, some of their, like, okay, just, I'm not gonna give you a hint. Let's see, describe the girls. So how are you gonna describe them? When you, okay, I can give you one, a hint. When you describe someone, you use the adjectives, okay? I know you learn the adjectives. So in when you, like, adjectives are how something, the look, right? So you can, or even how something, like we use senses. In other words, I will say we use our senses, right? So let's see, anyone can describe, or you can describe the scene, you can describe the scene, you can describe all other things. What do you see here in this? Okay, they look like twin sisters to me. Okay, twin sisters. Okay, maybe they look like twin sisters to you. Okay, I hope many of you know twin means they both born at the same time, only just minutes difference, and from the same mom, right? So they are sisters born at the same time with the little duration. And most of the time the twins, I'm not saying, like most of the time I will say, they are very similar, right? They look same. If they are brother and sister, then you can easily identify them, right? Because it's a brother or sister. But if they both are like a brother or both have sisters, sometimes it's very hard to differentiate who is who. Okay, and it happens to me. Even my next door neighbor, they have twins, the sons, and I still sometimes get confused with who's who. Yeah. And I don't know why, but every year, pretty much every year, I have twins in my physical class also. Okay. It seems they are going to play in water. Okay. In the ocean, what? Okay. So they are going to play in the ocean. Okay. They are having great fun in pleasant atmosphere. Okay. So they are having great time, you can say, because they are, you can say they are having fun, or you can say they are having great time in the pleasant weather. Okay, not atmosphere, it's more pleasant weather, I will say. Okay, that's why I had to miss the class. But today, when I felt I could complete all the work, I came back to my, so Deepika, yesterday I was a little bit sick and not feeling good due to having been vaccinated. Okay, that's why I had to miss the class. Okay, so that's why you had to miss the class. You can even end that sentence here. You missed the class, period. So, or comma, but today when I felt that I could complete my work, that I could complete all the work. I could complete my work, or I could complete all of my work. I came back to my work. Okay. They are stunning. They look stunning. Okay. If we go to the beach and see sunset, then we feel like that life is so beautiful. And okay, yes, how to join Zoom class, Nayak? Yes, we will be participating. Now it's I'm gonna go and get the link for you because I always paste it. So you can still keep writing because I am sure you have that picture in your mind. So if you want to, you can keep writing and I will find the link so you can join the class. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed these practices, like especially the sentence writing practice, because this is the way you can play with the game. That's what I like, play the language games, I will say, right? So I am going to paste the link. In my class, there are twins. Okay, so you have, right. So do you recognize them easily, Muhammad? Do you recognize them? Who's who? Okay. So let's see how many of you are here, Prashant. Two. Okay. So, okay, everyone. If you want to join the class, you are welcome. And we're gonna have discussion. Good. So before you enter the class, please, if you like the lesson, give me thumbs up. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So, how's everyone? So, is there anyone ever been on the beach? Anyone on the beach? Or you live, some of you actually.
Ma'am, I went.
One student was telling me he lives close to the beach.
Yes, ma'am. Yesterday, just I discussed Prashant here.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been to many times because it's only 1 kilometer from my home.
1 kilometer. You're so lucky.
Yeah.
Oh,
There are many more beaches in Mangalore.
Oh, okay. So, but you are not able to see the beach from your home, right?
I can see from my terrace.
You can?
Yeah.
So you live in an apartment building?
Yes.
What floor?
Yes, apartment.
No, what floor you are on?
On third floor, but my building is only third floor, so I can go on terrace and I can see.
Oh, okay. So there are not other buildings in front of your building. Maybe that could be the reason.
Yeah, here Mangalore is a little bit hill area, so that's why we can see.
Can you tell me the name of that city? Where do you live?
Mangalore, M-A-N-G-A-L-O-R-E, Mangalore.
M-A-N?
G-A.
Okay.
L-O-R-E.
Oh, Mangalore.
Mangalore.
It's a town or it's a big city?
It is a district, I would say.
Oh, Mangalore district. And it's in Karnataka, you said, right?
Yeah, it's 8 hours from Bangalore.
And the beach is clean?
Very neat and clean, very beautiful. It look when I go there, I think like I have come in, like not in India.
Oh, you don't feel like you are living in India?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. One
Wow.
beach is there where river meets to ocean.
Oh. So your city actually like the many tourists they visit there, or just the local people?
Actually, what happened? Goa is only 4 hours. So normally tourists go to Goa. They don't come in Mangalore. So only local people go to beaches.
Oh, I see.
Goa is famous in India. You must be knowing.
Yeah, I know. My sister went actually there last year, and that's what she was telling me yesterday. She said, I didn't like Goa. I don't know why people are so crazy for Goa." She said, "I didn't like it." So I
Correct,
don't.
because beaches are so dirty, ma'am. A lot of people, a lot of tourists come. That's why it is being so dirty.
Right. Okay. That's okay. So let's read the. I will be sharing this with you, and we will be reading a short story about this. So, okay, I actually missed this. Forgot to show you this picture. What do you think is happening on her face? I know this is not a cool picture. When you are looking at a beautiful picture and then you see this picture, this is all the. What do you think? It is what? Anyone?
Ma'am, you got us scared in the beginning.
What?
You got us scared in the beginning.
Are you scared with this?
Yes, ma'am.
It's a sunburn. Anyone knows what sunburn?
No, ma'am.
Yes,
It's blemishes, ma'am.
it's a sunburn. So what is sun means? You know, already know sun. And what is burn means? Think about it. Sunburn. What is sun? Sun is in the sky. And burn.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think how this happened?
When we got in touch with sun rays, some sun's harmful UV rays, then it becomes sunburn.
Right. If you, especially if you, your skin is very fair, you have a very fair skin complexion, and the more fair complexion you have, the more sensitive skin you want. So then if you stay outside in a hot and moist weather for a longer period of time, this something happened like this. Okay.
So we should use sunscreen before going in sun rays in sunny days.
What do you think?
So we should use sunscreen before going in sunny days.
Right. Okay. So, yes, Shivam, when we don't use sunscreen, that's what happens, especially if someone has a very fair skin, right? Yes. And it's, and sometime you will be surprised here that people stay out. They get kind of like, not like this bad, but they like to be outside and what you say, the sunbathe. They take sunbath. So, but this one is worst. Okay. So let's read this one. Okay, who is my first reader? The first paragraph.
May I start today first?
Okay, first paragraph.
Okay, ma'am. It was the first day of summer. Kajal was ready to go to the beach with her friends. She packed her lunch and started to walk out of the door. As Kajal left, her mother warned her not to get too much sun. She told Kajal to wear a hat on her head. She also told her to put sunscreen on her face and arms. But Kajal was thinking of the beach having fun with her friends. She was not listening to her mother.
Right. So, who wants to read the, Sunita, read the second part.
Yes, ma'am. It was a wonderful day. The sun was hot. The ocean water was cool. Kajal and her friends had lots of fun. It was late in the day when they were ready to leave.
Right. So, When did it happen?
Wait बताने मैं
Summer.
Summer, the first day of the summer, right? Okay. So, where she was going?
Beach.
Beach, ma'am.
Going to the
Beach.
right? Okay. So, who warned her for something?
Her mother.
Her mother.
Her mother and friends.
want her.
Right, her mother warned her, right? So mother warned her, Kajal, right? Kajal. And so, but she didn't listen to her. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna move to the next one. Who is my next person? Subhash, read.
Okay, ma'am, I'll read.
Mhm.
As she walked home, Kajal saw people looking at her. They seemed to be looking at her face. What was the matter? She ran quickly into her house and went instead up to her room. She looked into the mirror and jumped with disbelief. What she saw in the mirror made her jump. Her face looked like a bright red tomato.
Right. Okay. So, is there any word you don't understand here? कोई word है जो आपको नहीं आता?
No, ma'am. I understood everything.
Okay, I have a one question. I want you to identify one prefix in this reading on this page. One prefix. Anyone? Do you know what prefix means?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes,
Disbelief.
disbelief. Yes. So what does disbelief mean? What does dis
Means-
mean? Okay, first of all, tell me what is dis mean?
Dismiss not.
Not.
Opposite.
Right. Disbelief means विश्वास नहीं होना किसी चीज पे, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Disbelief. Okay, jumped with disbelief. Okay.
Unexpected, ma'am.
Unexpected है किसी चीज, कोई अचानक चीज हो जाना, right? Disbelief है
Yes.
कि विश्वास ना, कुछ चीज होती है बट उस पे बिलीफ वो क्या है, विश्वास नहीं होता. Unexpected is different than disbelief. That's what I'm going to say, right? Unexpected है कुछ अचानक हो जाना. Disbelief है कि विश्वास नहीं होना. तो दोनों वर्ड्स डिफरेंट हैं संदीप.
Okay, ma'am.
आपको क्या लगता है, सेम है?
No, ma'am, I got it
Ma'am,
just
can I give
by
the
reading this paragraph.
Huh?
Ma'am, I got this word just by reading this paragraph. Then that's what I said, that it may be unexpected because she was not expecting it, but even then it happened with her.
Yeah, it was unexpected.
Yes.
But she didn't trust what happened.
Yes.
So they are different words, right?
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So, Mohammed, what you say? You said something
Ma'am, I am saying that can I give the example of disbelief?
Yeah, sure.
In my home, there is a ghost.
At your home, there is a ghost.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's very interesting. So you sing with the ghost or ghosts to teach you English? Huh?
Ma'am, no, it's scary.
Scary? He scares you?
Ma'am, no, his face look like scare. Ma'am, dangerous. Like
What? The
his
ghost
face.
the ghost's face is dangerous?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you see that ghost?
Ma'am, no, I am just giving the example.
Oh, you are okay. Why you are saying that ghost is dangerous? Send the ghost outside. Stay away, say. Stay away. Okay, interesting. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so the first question, and please, everyone can take a chance to answer the question. So where was Kajal going? There are students, please. I want other people to get a chance to speak. Andy, where was she going?
Ma'am, she was going to the beach with her friends.
Okay, with her friends. Excellent. What did Kajal's mother warn her to do, Simran? Simran.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Kajal's mother warned her to wear hat and wear sunscreen on face and arms.
Right. So, and on her face and arms. Yes. So she warned her to use sunscreen and wear hat. Yes.
Ma'am,
excellent.
I want to add in this something.
Sure.
Ma'am, Kajal's mother warned her not to spend much time in the sun rays, but she advised her to wear sunworms in the sunscreen in the sun when you get out of the sun.
Right. Okay. Okay. So who was going to the beach with Kajal? These questions are simple, but then we're gonna have discussion on another topic. Okay. So who was going to the beach with Kajal?
Friends.
Her friends were going to the beach with her, right? And Muhammad, there is a purpose. I always advise you to answer in complete sentences because we are practicing here language, right? Okay. Why her face looked like red tomato? Anyone want to give me the answer a little bit in detail? Not just the one or two words. No, we are practicing language, so try to speak more. So why her face looked like red tomato? Who didn't get a chance to speak?
Ma'am, if you
Ma'am,
don't
may I?
mind,
Okay, let me see. Subhash, yes.
Kajal face looked like red tomato because she was exposed to UV rays.
Okay, because she was exposed to the sun, right? Yes, so she was exposed to the hot sun or she was exposed to the UV rays. Okay, excellent. Okay, what would you have done if you were at Kajal's place? Anyone who didn't get a chance to speak? Amdi, you want to say something? What would you have done if you were at Kajal's place?
Ma'am, if I were at Kajal's place, I follow the instruction given by mother.
Okay, okay. Anyone else want to talk about this?
may I?
Yes.
If I were at Kajal's place, I would have followed my mother's advice to wear sunscreen in the sun and not to spend much time in the sun.
Okay. So do you listen your mother, whatever she says to you to do? You listen her all the time?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I followed her too much because her words seems like to be honest to me, and it seems to me that they are gonna be true in the future. So that's why sometimes if I don't want, it comes in my mind and drag me to follow that.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. So when you don't
Maybe
follow,
it's a special collection with my mother.
okay, you have a special bond, not connection, bond.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay? Yeah, you have a special bond with your mother. Oh, okay. Excellent. Okay. So anyone else want to talk about it? Anything?
Just Prashant here, I would like to add.
Yes.
If I were at Kajal place, I would take my lunch, I would take my hat, and I would just think I should not expose in sun, because always my mother instructs me, and this time I would not think like she should instruct me because this is my responsibility now.
Right. Okay, so you think that these kind of things we all need to know about, right? That's what you're saying? That
Yes,
this is
because
not
always
something that must
everyone
have.
mothers instructs, but that is our responsibility to how to follow.
Right. But you know, when sometimes, especially the teens, you know, the teens, kids like 13, 14, 15, 16, they don't care about all these things. And sometimes they don't even listen to their parents. It happens, right? They don't, because they, and believe me, this age group, like 13, 14, 15, and 16, they, because that is the age group when they are leaving their childhood and, you know, stepping in the teens. So they think they know everything. Okay. They don't need any suggestion. They don't need anyone's suggestion. It happens a lot. This age group is like that. Okay. Technical solution is writing. I don't go out there too much into my sun. She was going out with her friends because of her hot sun. Her face was looking like tomato. I didn't go outside because it was my mother's advice. Okay. I will use dupatta and other light clothes to go outside in sun. Okay. G, technical solution, excellent. I like the way you are participating, but if you want to join our class in Zoom, you are welcome. Okay, so let's do the quick next activity, and then we're gonna have just a simple talking. I don't know what's there now. Okay, Kajal's mother, A, did not want Kajal to have fun, or knew what too much sun could do, or did not care about Kajal. What do you think?
It's B.
B, ma'am.
Yes. She knew what too much sun could.
Knew what too much sun could do.
Right, excellent. So Kajal's face was covered with sunscreen, was sunburned, or had turned in tomato.
Was
sunburned.
sunburned.
Was sunburned. Right, was sunburned. Okay, I mean, these are very simple activities. Let's stop this activity here and let's talk.
Ma'am, may I say something?
Yes, sure.
Ma'am, if I was in the Kajal's place, I wouldn't go there anywhere because it's Corona time and anything may happen with me. That's
Right.
why I won't go anywhere. If I would go, I use mask and hand gloves and sanitizer.
Right. Okay, yes. So you are thinking about Corona, but Corona not gonna be here forever, MD. Okay. So I don't know. I was just thinking about it and write this small story in about a beach, but I never thought when I was writing that it's a Corona. Okay. So I want you to make a connection with this. Did it happen to you when you didn't listen to someone and you got into trouble or had some kind of sickness or any other kind of incident happened in your life when someone was telling you to not to do something and then you just didn't care and you didn't listen and you are in in trouble or in some kind of unpleasant situation? Okay. Anyone who wants to start with? And it happens to everyone. Believe me, in our life, it happens when we don't listen or when we do something and we regret later on. Regret होता पछताते हैं कि हमने ऐसा क्यों किया. ये नहीं है कि किसी ने कहा हो, वैसे भी कभी आपके हो सकता है आपकी सोल की आवाज हो कि ये मत करो, inner voice हो कि ये मत करो, but आपने फिर भी किया and you were in trouble or something, some kind of thing.
Yeah, ma'am. I would like to share.
Okay, let's start from Subhash, and I will give a chance to everyone before I end this class. Okay, Subhash.
Actually, my mother told me to not to be with my friends circle. Like when I was in teenage, I was with with the
Company.
bad bad
Bad.
friends,
Uh-huh.
and my mother want me to not to be with them,
Mhm.
and I didn't listen to her, and at there was a program there at in school, and I was with them, and this suddenly some of the guys came over there and they started fighting, and I was pretty shocked to know that those friends also related to me, and then I was shocked, and I left the school that the time, and I went to home. Went to home immediately, and I was shocked to, and I regret about that. Why didn't I listen to my mom? I should have listened to her. If I listened to her, the decision might be
Yeah.
not bad. I regret about that. And my friends, those who were fighting there, they got injured, and they got injured, and they were hospitalized. Later, they were hospitalized, and they file case about that, and I have to be there also. Who were there? Who were the youngster fighting over there, and police? They
It's not involved in that matter naturally.
yeah, ma'am, and I had to go there, and I didn't do anything, but I just escaped the fight, but I have to go there and attend the police station, and I was
That's
so
okay.
timid about that,
Right.
and I regret about that later. And
Right.
I left suddenly I left them after that incident. I left those circle, ma'am. That's it.
Yeah, right. Okay. You just stepped back and thought about it. Now, whatever is happening, it's not happening good for your future, especially because if you get involved with the legal system and then it's not good, then you are pretty much like no way, right? Because that's gonna attach uh, with your career, with your life, with everything, right? Yes.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
mean, having good friends, it's very important. So who is the next person? Who was saying, Gaurav, you?
Am I? Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
Ma'am, I have an incident in my childhood. Hello.
We are listening. Mhm.
I had an incident in my childhood. When I was child, I was going with my family on Mansa Devi Hyderabad
Okay.
for Mata Darshan. And my mother told me that never leave the hand. Otherwise you will get troubled into that situation.
Oh, so you were walking with your parents and you were holding your mother's hand, and she told you, "Don't leave my hand," right?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And I just left my mother's hand, and I got into trouble, and I just lost there.
Right.
And my mother announced my name to
In the
speaker
loudspeaker.
in the loudspeaker who speaks on the mic, and they called my name, Gaurav, and blue jersey and like this pant. And but I know the number of my bus,
Uh-huh.
and I just search my bus and get into the bus and just slept there.
How old were you?
I was 11 or 12, I think.
Oh, okay. So you were not like a little child, like 3 or 4 years old. You were pretty.
Yes.
Oh, yes. So now you learned your lesson, right? Listen
Yes,
to the parents. Okay, good. Who is the next person to talk about?
May I try now?
Yes.
Ma'am, it happened with me in my during my practical exam when we all were practicing our practical examination. So it began with section discrimination. So we were from section A, and the other one was were from section B. So section B's lecturer has had much experience than our, because our lecturer was new, who just entered in this practical examination. So I don't say that he doesn't have any kind of experience, but I am saying he had more experience than our lecturer.
Okay.
So it's our culture to follow one teacher. So we are just following our own teacher or our lecturer. So when we liked to complete our practical examination practice with our own teacher. So we practiced with him. Initially we practiced with another lecturer, but we liked to practice with our own because we were comfortable with him,
Right. I understand.
because he was so familiar to us. The other one was not familiar to us, but
Right.
even then he had much experience. So when we practice, we ourselves practice our own practical. So
What
there
happened?
so there our practical examination was not presented, so we chose to show our chart sheet to another lecturer. So we went to him and showed it to him, and he said, no, that's not right, you made it wrongly, it's completely wrong. Then we thought, why is it wrong? Because we took no 1.5 hour to complete this. Even then we are wrong, how it happened? So he told us the right steps to do all the things. So in the chart sheet we had much mistakes.
You had many mistakes.
Yes, ma'am, we had many mistakes. And he told us that, who told you all this? We said, just our teacher. So he told us that not to tell her, because he is also new. So just do ahead as I tell you now. So we from then we just followed that lecturer.
Okay.
So they
Okay,
are
so
our
okay.
lesson.
Yeah. So that means that you are just trusting your own teacher, but your teacher gave you some wrong steps, but the other teacher which you were not familiar with, and you were kind of like, okay, no, we just want to be with our teacher. And then, but you found out that your teacher gave you incorrect instructions, but then other teacher corrected those mistakes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. So who is the?
But
So
ma'am,
the
here I would like to say that our teacher is also best.
Yeah, that's fine. I know your teacher is listening to. I'm joking. I just like to. It's yes. I mean, you know what? It's okay. That's what it is. Sometimes it's not like only one thing. If you make any mistake, that doesn't mean you don't know you don't know anything. Right? We all make mistakes. That's fine. Okay, who is the next one? Who wants to talk about when you didn't listen to someone and
Can I share, ma'am?
Yes, Prashant, go ahead.
So I would like to share an incident. before I would say 20 years ago. So even when I was in 12th standard and I wanted to fill an engineering form, and the place was far from my hometown. And before that, I did not travel by train. I used to travel by bus with my parents. And first time I was going to travel by train, and one of my classmates, he used to say always he used to travel by train without ticket. And among with my two friends, we decided to go by train and to fill the form. And while going, we took ticket and we reached destination. We filled the form. And while coming back, like one of my friend, he was saying we would not take ticket, but my mind and my heart was saying something different. Should we buy, or should we take, or should we not take? Then even though we reach at railway station and train arrive, and we did not get ticket to buy the ticket, and we just boarded a train. And within a 1 hour we reach destinations and we aligned the train. And while going back, we were asked for ticket. And we were scared because first time we traveled by train. And then TC, he took us at their office and we were asked for fine. And even though, like, we did not have that time money also, I would say only 20 rupees or 10 rupees we had. And he started asking first fine for 500 rupees, then 200 rupees, and finally we gave 20 rupees. And it was a horrible experience, I would say.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, who is the next person? Who is next? Sunita, Simran, MD?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, I have suffered so many times this situation.
Okay.
I not followed somewhere and got into the trouble. But I would like to share only two incidents that happened with me, and they are very uncommon to me and strange to me. First of all, my parents suggested me that not to go with my elder cousin's brother, because he is just learn how to ride a bike, and don't be with him in parents don't sit behind him in the bike. But I don't care about this. I just sit with him as a pillion rider and went to have some fun. And incidentally, there we were going, and my brother lost his balance, and we got into we go another side. Instead of going to the road, we go to towards a building that was being constructed. And when we were crossing that section, suddenly some bricks fallen down, and I got safe only for 3 or 4 inches. Otherwise, the brick hit my head, and I got injured. I would have got injured. That happened with me, and a series of incidents that happened with me is about train journey. My parents always say that not to go anywhere without a ticket of train. If you are going through anywhere, we are going anywhere by train, you must have the ticket. I was following their instruction, but one day there was my examination, and I was going to the university. Not university at the time. I was studying in college. I was going to the college, and suddenly unfortunately, I went to the railway station late, and the train was late too. No, ma'am, I went to the railway station late, and the train was late too.
Okay.
हम भी लेट थे, ट्रेन भी लेट थी. and I purchased a ticket for me. As I entered, the TT is couch me and started abusing me. Why are you doing something? Because of my friend. My friend was with me and he entered the gate without having the ticket, and I was the one who wanted to travel, but my friend was just to off me, and that's why we got in the trouble and we couched by the TC, and that's why my train missed. I missed the train.
So you are saying because of your name, you said?
No, ma'am, not because not of my friend.
Oh, because of
My
your
who was supposed to see me off. He was just come to see me off,
Oh.
and he consciously he entered the he crossed the limit, and the TC arrested both of us
Oh.
because of having one ticket, and we were two.
Oh.
And once we were coming from, and when we were coming from the
MD, I will leave you here right now. We're gonna discuss another story another time. Let me
Okay,
see Simran and Sunita, please.
May I, ma'am?
Yes, Simran.
It was my childhood memory. No, I'm not a teenager on that moment. I was 7-8 years maybe. So there was an antique piece of crystal duck at my home. As a child, I always eager to touch that and wanted to play with that because I was so naughty at my childhood. But my mom always warned me not to touch that.
Right, because that was expensive piece.
Yes, ma'am. So, but one day my mother was sleeping and I started playing with that. And suddenly it slipped from my hands and it broke. Then my mother started shouting at me very badly.
Right.
I really feel regret on that time. And I still remember that duck. It was so expensive and so beautiful because it's colorful and crystal duck. So
yeah, right. So
in
you
teenage, I never do any mistake because before 9th standard, I was a weak student. But in 9th, my parents changed my school. I became very intelligent because I got very well-educated teachers. So because of them.
And your hard work too. It's not only from teachers. Teacher cannot do anything if students are not ready to learn, right?
Yes, but नहीं मैम, टीचर्स कुछ टीचर्स ऐसे होते हैं जो बहुत ज्यादा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी से पढ़ाते हैं, जैसे लाइक यू. So that's it.
Thank you for sharing your experience. Sunita.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me something. You are in at 12th grade, Sunita?
No, ma'am.
What? College?
Great. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So tell me something. Do you listen to your mother all the time? Are you?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Are you sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. बताओ experience कोई अपना.
My mother was asked not use phone for more time.
Not to do what?
She say
phone?
More time. Phone. Mobile phone. Mobile phone.
Not to be on the phone. Okay. So.
Yes. She says it's affected your eyes.
On yes, it's affecting all. Yes. So you don't listen. Sunita, you don't listen?
She says She says every time, study,
It's a
study,
common
study.
problem. Sunita, it's a common problem. I think everyone, even including me, we all don't listen each other about these things. Yes. Believe me, my husband sometimes say, whenever I see you, you are just on the computer, planning your lessons or your classes and your YouTube. And I was like, that's something I like to do. So we all do that kind of stuff, right? Not to listen another people sometimes, because we feel personally, no, we are right, and whatever we are doing fine, right? Yes, it happens.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm, mhm. So yeah, I was watching yesterday. I think I was watching one video on YouTube in Madhya Pradesh. I don't know if you know that. There was like they beaten the family. Even the mother was beating, and the brother and the relatives like beating two girls so badly, very badly, only because they were talking on the phone or stuff like that. Whatever, I don't know. That was like, whoa, my goodness, too much. Yes. Okay, guys. So it was a wonderful class. So, any comment about the class? We start with the sentences, practice, and any comment if you like it, if you did not like it, if something um, playing with the
Ma'am,
language is helping you to learn. Any comment or anything? Yes. Mhm.
ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, I am Gaurav.
Yes, Gaurav.
Ma'am, I have a suggestion.
Mhm.
You should give any topic to prepare us. You should give us any topic for preparing
Uh-huh. Prepare
to
in advance.
speak on next day.
Oh, to speak on the next day. Okay, so you mean you want a topic, then you will be
Uh,
preparing
uh,
for that. Huh?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but Gaurav, one thing is there. If you get the topic in advance and you will be preparing to talk about that topic, then my question is how your fluency will come from, where your fluency will come from, because you will be getting the topic and you will be practicing that language, you will be kind of like memorizing, and then you will be talking. But my point is, in real life situation, you don't get the topics. The
Okay, ma'am.
topics will be right there to talk about, because the way we were talking about, we talked about the beach, and then we talk about what happened, and on the same topic now we are having our life's experiences. I mean, I am not saying you are not right, but my point is, like, if you have a debate, if this class is like a debate, then
Yes, ma'am.
yes,
Yes.
I can say yes, you can have a topic. But I mean, when you want to become fluent in language, or you want to practice the language, then
We will have
need
to live
you
discussion.
need you need to talk about whatever we just come up with. And for example, whatever we were discussing here today, for example, and I think every time whenever I talk about, we read something and we talk related to that topic. And
Okay.
whatever we are talking here, most of the things happen in your life. For
Yes.
example, you don't listen sometime to someone and you make mistake in your life and then you regret about it, right? So
Yes.
these are something your real life situations, right? But if I will say, okay, I will give you the topic about global warming, or I will give you the topic about why cell phones are important for us, like something like, just I'm giving you example, then you will be kind of like preparing for that language. I don't know how much helpful that kind of practice is going to be. I don't know, because
Okay, ma'am.
yeah, I mean, Gaurav, I mean, I appreciate your advice, but my question to you is, what do
Ma'am,
you think?
I'm just asking you. I'm
Oh,
just
you,
asking you, is it okay or not?
or you're asking if you are asking my opinion about my views
Yes,
about this, then I will say getting a topic in advance is only beneficial when
ma'am.
you are having a debate,
Okay,
when
ma'am.
you are having a competition somewhere in your school or college about a topic you need to talk about, right? Then
Yes, ma'am.
yes, you get a topic in advance and you prepare, you collect, the info, you do the research, you go online, find out from different resources, and then you prepare all that debate, and then you can practice, you can talk, then you can get it, okay, it's a 5 minutes you will be talking, or 2 minutes talking, or 7 minutes talking, then you can talk. But when you want to practice a language, then this is the best method. That's what I will say.
On the spot topic.
I say it again, Karan.
On the spot topic, ma'am.
Yeah, on the spot topic, but based on some kind of reading, related, connecting, making the
Yes.
connection in real
You're right,
life
ma'am.
situations. Yes, because see, where you're gonna use this language? You're gonna use the speaking language in your life. If you are working in the office, at home, with your children, with your friends, that language is your real life language, right? That
Yes,
language
ma'am.
is not your debated language, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's my point. That's the way we practice. Anyone else has any views about this, what we are discussing right now? I want your
Yeah,
input too.
yeah,
Yes.
I'm Prashant here. I would like to share.
Mhm.
So the method is being used. That is the best method, I would say, because I have attended many classes, but I would not get benefit, which I have been getting benefit from this class. The main thing, like I have been working in multinational company for 5 years, so always we are asked to speak on the spot. The the same method is being used here. That I like from your class, ma'am. Really, I like to appreciate for your support and for your classes, which I have been gaining a lot of things from your class.
Because that's the way I teach. That's the way I'm teaching from last 20 years. And
Yeah,
then,
because you have huge experience, and you know like different types of people, and on the spot the questions are asked. That time I have a lot of issues. I like that time I stumble, I get issue, I fumble. So that it is like getting reduced while attending your classes. I'm getting a lot of benefit from this class, because you just make us to think on time. You just show us some picture, you show us some sentences, you show us some new words which we have been learning.
right. And moreover, I don't know if you noticed, like when I listen to you, I observe your language. I notice that you are making grammatical mistakes, but I don't correct you a lot. Like I only once a while I do it, but I
Yes,
don't,
ma'am.
because that's finding mistakes in each and every sentence when someone is speaking is not a good strategy. Okay, because that's why I always put a lot of stress on, and I keep repeating it, that whenever I speak or whenever the other people are speaking, you need to listen and observe the language and try to find the mistakes even in each other's, but don't point. Do not point that person that you did this mistake or you made this mistake, but then you can think and about you. If you will say this, how you gonna use what, like if it's a subject is singular, then you are using the verb, like you're using s, or I mean just giving you example. So listen it closely, right? And then self assess yourself and self correct yourself. It happened to me too. That's why I'm telling you, sometimes I say something and then I say, oh, I said that, no, I didn't say that correctly. I should use this instead of using this, or I should use this vocabulary words instead of using this vocabulary word. So I observe my language by myself, even when and I don't even know how I am improving every day, I will say, in every field, in my knowledge, in everything. So that's why I say we all are learners. No one is perfect. but we just need to, improve and refined. I will say refined ourselves, because perfection will never come. There is no. I mean, we always, because when you say you are perfect, that means you are blocking yourself from learning, right? Because when you think you know everything, then you don't need to learn anything.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Right. So when you say, oh no, I am improving, I am progressing, I am refining my skills, right? Or I'm getting more knowledgeable. When you have that kind of thinking, that means you are hungry for knowledge. You are hungry to improve. You are hungry to learn, right?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry for interrupting. I would like to ask a question. Ma'am, whenever I speak in front of people and any other places, I make grammatical mistake. How can I avoid this kind of thing, ma'am? Could you tell me, please?
When you were speaking to me, your English is perfect. Like, you spoke pretty good. I think you, I will say, don't even think about that. Stop thinking that when you speak with other people and you make so many grammatical mistakes, because when you have this in your mind, you are sending that message continuously to your brain that when I'm talking, I'm making mistake. When I'm talking, I'm making mistakes. So what your brain is receiving from you, negativity. Don't
Yes,
do
ma'am.
that.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly. Think is
Don't
going
do
on in
that.
my mind.
Do not do that. Don't do that. You say, I'm improving.
I always think whenever I speak, I make mistake. I make mistake. Confusion is going on in my mind, inside my mind.
So that's why. Don't do that. Don't do that. Tell your brain, you are doing good. You are improving. You're doing good. Yes, this is the way you're gonna say. Okay, this time you use this. Okay, next time I will try to say this way. Yeah. So send that kind of message. Don't say, oh, when I am talking to my friends, I'm making mistakes. So you will be making mistakes because your brain is receiving that message.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else?
May I say something?
Yes.
Ma'am, I found your way of teaching is fantastic. It enables us to enhance English speaking, and the way you teach and bring different topics on listen and discuss about that, and on the spot we discuss about the topic. It also enables to be more creative and to find out our own mistakes while talking. It helps to filter our vocabulary, and while you're talking, we used to filter. Oh, that's I'm doing wrong, and we suddenly realize that's our grammatical error, and it helps us to speak a bit fluently, and it also helps to improve our speaking skill on
And
daily
see,
basis.
that's what I'm saying. Be more creative. Be creative. Play with the language. Now, whatever I use here, I like the story we were reading today. I just come up with all these things. If you read something, or just even the news I read with you sometime, I get the news, I'm not saying, and then I change the language, I change the way it was. So it should not be a plagiarism, right? Using someone's content. I just create all these activities. That's why pretty much all day I'm on my computer doing all
Yes,
that kind
ma'am.
of stuff, right? So that's why I will always say, so even for example, I showed you the picture and you all came up with so many different sentences, right? So
Yes,
that's what the creativity is. Not just, that's why I am against with many channels where you just memorize or learn some kind of sentences. No, that's not the way. Language is like, it's more, learn a language in a fun way. That's what I will say, not in a boring way.
Yes, ma'am. And
Okay.
I found your lesson pretty engaging also. While we talk, while you also give time to talk, and we feel engaging, and it helps us to more actively participate in in your lesson, on your
Okay,
lesson, ma'am.
Imran, you have something to say? You want to say something, Imran?
Sorry, ma'am.
You raised your hand. Did you raise your hand?
I raised my hand before before asking the question.
Yes. Okay. Anyone else?
May I?
Yes.
Ma'am, I love the way you teach. You always give us sudden surprise with pictures and sudden topic, and we shared personal moments that happened to us. So we can't forget what we learned from your classes because it's our personal experience, and I love the way you teach. That's it.
Yes, because you are making connection. You are making connection with your own personal life. That's why, and that's the way I'm telling you, if you will be continuously practicing, from next week, I will not be able to teach Monday to Friday. I'm going to have my recorded lessons, but I will give you all the strategies you will be practicing. But Saturday, Sunday, I will keep teaching you the Zoom classes. Okay.
Okay.
Next week, I'm going back to my my work. I will say yes.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I want to say something.
Yes, Gaurav.
Ma'am, you are from America.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just talking with first time with any American person.
Oh. Hey, MD Raza, Zoom link was there. I can paste you, but here, so I mean, today it's already 90 minutes, but I mean, it's fine. Some students are just joining me and I want them to speak. That's okay. Yes.
Can I say something?
Yes, MD.
Ma'am, since I have joined your classes, last week I was giving my English exam, and in that exam, two questions that I want to share with you is or come from from your classes.
Really?
First, two questions were from your classes.
What?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Which one?
First, one of them was to describe a picture. And second was to elaborate a proverb.
Oh.
Initially, you come with a proverb or a sentence that we were supposed to elaborate.
Right. So that exam was where, in your school or like your college?
Yes, ma'am, in the university, and it was our first semester test.
Yes, yes. Good. Okay, excellent. I mean, so you see how these classes are helping you in your exams. That's what I will say. It's like, and I have so many plans ahead what I need to teach you. I just want to teach you everything. So you can learn all the life skills and the strategies about language learning. Yes. Okay, anyone who just joined me want to say anything? MD Hussain Raza? Hello? MD Hussain? Who just came in the class? MD Hussain? आप बात करोगे?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
I'd like to ask once more a question. That is, whenever I watch your videos, you mention IELTS. Could you tell me about IELTS?
आप इंडिया में उसे क्या कहते हो?
IELTS, ma'am. IELTS.
Yeah. आप उसको क्या
Could you
कहते हो?
tell me about this?
क्या कहते हो? कैसे बोलते हो उसको?
Hello.
आइलेट, कई लोग उसको आइलेट भी कहते हैं, पंजाब में तो
IELTS.
पंजाब में उसको कहते हैं आइलेट द एग्जाम है, आइलेट द एग्जाम। तो एक्चुअली उसकी प्रोनाउंसिएशन आइलेट नहीं है, उसकी प्रोनाउंसिएशन आइल्ट्स है, आइल्ट्स।
Okay, ma'am, I got it.
ओके, तो मुझे तो ओके आइल्ट्स, आइल्ट्स, टोफेल ऐसे, सो कई एग्जाम्स हैं, बट जो लैंग्वेज के एग्जाम है वो आइल्ट्स है, टोफेल है। आइल्ट्स में भी जैसे एक एकेडमिक आइल्ट्स है जो स्टूडेंट्स ने आना है हायर स्टडीज के लिए, एक आइल्ट्स है जो रेगुलर है जिसमें सिर्फ आपको इमिग्रेशन पर्पस के लिए चाहिए वो एग्जाम। But those are for like if students are going to Canada, Australia, or other parts of the world, I don't know. Right. Okay. Okay. So MD Hussain, I think you just joined the class. Do you want to say something? आपको बात करनी है या सिर्फ सुनना है?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Yes. आप फर्स्ट टाइम ज्वाइन की क्लास?
Yes, ma'am. आज मेरा पहला दिन है, मैम।
ओके, कहाँ से हो आप?
बिहार।
बिहार से हो? बिहार
आरा
कहाँ?
जिला, आरा जिला या पटना के पास।
पटना के पास, ओके।
एक्चुअली आपका वीडियो यूट्यूब का लिंक मेरे दोस्त ने शेयर किया था। एक्चुअली मुझे उतना इंग्लिश बोलने नहीं आता, तो आज आई स्पीक हिंदी।
तो कोई बात नहीं, आप हिंदी में बात कीजिए, हमें हिंदी आती है पूरी, बोलो। तो आप क्या करते हैं?
मैं पढ़ाई करता हूँ, मैम।
कौन सी क्लास में हो?
मैं फार्मेसी कर रहा हूँ।
फार्मेसी?
यस मैम।
ओके, आपका वो फ्रेंड भी फार्मेसी कर रहा है?
नहीं मैम, वो मेरा दोस्त एमयू से ये लिंग्विस्टिक लैंग्वेज कर रहे हैं।
ओके,
शफी है।
उसने मेरा लिंक आपके साथ शेयर किया?
जी जी जी। अब मैं पहला क्लास उसने लिया था, तो वो अच्छा लगा, बोला कि तुम सीख सकते हो इंग्लिश यहाँ से बोलना। वो आपसे बात भी किया था मैम, शफी नाम है उसका, सफी। वो अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम,
वो वापस क्यों नहीं आया?
अलीगढ़ से वो।
ओके, उसने
सर
इंग्लिश
उसका ये
उसने सारी इंग्लिश पूरी फ्लुएंट हो गया वो एक क्लास से?
नो 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 मैम, नो मैम। एक्चुअली उसने वैक्सीन लिया था ना मैम, तो उसको जरा फीवर हो गया है।
ओके ओके,
तो
वो बीमार हो गया वैक्सीन से?
यस मैम, हो रहा है ना, बुखार हो जा रहा है, तबीयत खराब हो गई उसकी।
ओके ओके, सो एमडी इट्स ओके, कोई आप डरो मत, डर ही तो हमने निकालना है ना, इसीलिए तो आप क्लास ज्वाइन करोगे। सो ट्राई टू स्पीक, you know, I have students here, they speak very limited English, but they are trying. Okay, and moreover, yes, here it's up to you if you want to be visible or if you want to be invisible, right? Invisible means nahi camera ke samne bhi aana chahte, even then I don't mind. You are behind the camera, you can practice, no one is watching you, right? So you should not be scared. Practice. And moreover, MD, this English is not assessing your intelligence. You might be an intelligent student, you might be a good student, you might be a hard-working student, right? तो उसमें कोई नहीं है। पहली तो बात है कि अपनी माइंड से ना नेगेटिविटी बिल्कुल निकाल दो, बस वो चीज निकालना इंपॉर्टेंट है। नेगेटिविटी को निकालो, मुझे आता नहीं है, मैं सीख नहीं सकता, मेरे पास कोई प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए नहीं है, ये चीजें ना निकाल दो। आई मीन यस, आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि दीज आर नॉट द चैलेंजेस इन योर लाइफ, यस दे आर द चैलेंजेस, बट यू हैव टू पुट योर एफर्ट्स in order to overcome these challenges. वो तभी overcome होंगे, वो तभी खत्म होंगे, उनमें से तभी आप बाहर निकलोगे if you will send the message to your brain, right? तो वो ब्रेन को बार बार एक मैसेज सेंड करो, मुझे प्रैक्टिस करनी है और कंसिस्टेंसी चाहिए प्रैक्टिस के लिए। और मैं फिर कह रही हूँ, if you are new, you didn't watch my lessons, I have now more than 250 video lessons already uploaded, and I will be uploading some of the lessons for reading speed also, जहाँ पे मेरे words की speed drills हैं, वो मैं कुछ और फ्रेजेस की स्पीड ड्रिल्स कुछ मैं ऐड करना चाहती हूँ, जिससे कि आपकी जो फ्लो है वो बने, जिससे कि आपके ये माउथ मसल्स जो है ना जिससे बात करते हैं वो आपको प्रैक्टिस करके फ्लो बनेगा। तो वो मेरी शॉर्ट वीडियोस होंगी, कोई 7-8 मिनट्स वाली मैं बनाऊंगी। तो वो उसके साथ आप जैसे ये आपकी स्टॉप वॉच होती है फोन में होती है, उसके साथ प्रैक्टिस करना स्पीड के लिए। तो उसमें क्या है कि एक तो आपकी रीडिंग स्पीड बढ़ेगी और फिर उसके साथ ही आपकी वो जो उनको वर्ड्स को यूज कैसे करना है, और वो वर्ड जो है ऑलमोस्ट 80% से ज्यादा वर्ड्स वो यूज होते हैं आपकी हर रीडिंग में, राइट? So there are about like 1000 words which I was thinking to make the videos maybe 40-50 lessons, and you can practice with the speed also. So that's like just the separate thing, but this is a practice. And even from upcoming like weeks, I will be live here every Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
So I will say have a wonderful good night, and I will see you. Hopefully, I will see you tomorrow, right? Yes.
Okay.
Thanks, ma'am.
Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thanks,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Giving your precious
Take care.
time, ma'am.